Hi artists! Today we're going to work on the stars for our starry night. I'm going to start in the upper right corner and make my crescent moon by drawing the letter C and then the letter C again so that it's thinner here and a little thicker and then back to thin again. And then I'm going to draw a circle around that crescent moon representing the glow of the moon at night. Now I want you to create 5 circles kind of spread out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and those are our stars. Those represent our stars. Next, I'm going to take my yellow crayon and I'm going to color in the moon yellow so that the moon is glowing, but that there's like a white glow around the yellow moon. And I'm just going to trace that pencil line that I made. Okay, then I'm going to color in all my stars. Real stars, as we see them in the sky, would just be a bright circle. It wouldn't have all those points. So we are being inspired by that today to make our stars. Now, after I have my 5 stars and my crescent moon, we are going to use any of the warm colors. The warm colors are orange, red, pink, and yellow. So any one of these colors for making all of the glow around each of the stars and the moon. So I'm going to start with orange so that you can see it really well. We're going to make that kind of a line texture, almost like the stars are fireworks and the light is kind of glowing and radiating out from that one shiny spot. So I'll just do this around each one. And I'm also going to make the glow around my moon, right? The moon would also be glowing. So because Vincent van Gogh made these lines and textures everywhere, it almost kind of creates this movement to his work and makes it look less still and makes it look like the glow is really happening. It's just kind of a unique style that he had and a different way of creating a night sky. So we're going to be inspired by that and give it a try. So after I have done the orange around all of them, I'm going to choose pink. You could pick red or yellow, any of these warm colors around there. And notice how I'm not just making like one puny little line. I'm really like coloring back and forth to make each line, to build it up nice and thick, because we're going to add either some paint or crayon for the blue sky, and you'll be able to see the glowing stars, these lines, better if you kind of really color them nice and thick. All right, then maybe I'll go back to yellow. So what's going to happen is these circles, because they're going to keep growing and growing, eventually they're going to get so big that they're going to start to run into each other. And so that's where it starts to become like a maze. And I have to kind of think about where the next row would go, because I'm going to start to run out of space. Whoops. See, I'm pushing very hard. Even broke my crayon. All right, so I'm going to do this kind of more complicated one in red because you can see red really well. So now, because there's no hole in between here anymore, the yellow has grown so big that now I'm going to go around this way. I'm going to stop here because it's like a dead end, almost like a maze. Stop here, keep going around this way. So I'm going to start to have like a new pathway than just the circles. So depending on where you put your circles will depend on how your pathway goes. Mine kind of made this like Mickey Mouse. And if it goes off the page, it goes off the page. Or if this lonely guy over here needs the circle, do that. And I'm just going to keep on doing that pattern. Starting here again, keep doing that pattern until I totally run out of paper and the whole paper is just filled all the way to the edge. So sometimes at the end, it's just like, brrr, done, brrr, done for the little rows, or just like a couple little lines, so that it just goes right off the page and the whole thing has stars everywhere. Great job, artists.